We're good. Okay, so based on what you shared so far, I would like to do an assessment with you if that's okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so this assessment is a self-reported questionnaire, and I will ask you the questions directly related to your daily functioning.
Okay.
And then I will mark them down. Okay, so the first question, the first question, set of questions follow the statement. Has there ever been a period of time when you were not your usual self and you felt so good or so hyper that other people thought you were not your normal self, or you were so hyper that you got into trouble?
Yes.
You were so irritable that you shouted at people or started fights or arguments.
Yeah.
You felt much more self-confident than usual.
Yes.
You got much less sleep than usual and found you didn't really miss it.
Yes.
You were much more talkative or spoke faster than usual.
Yeah.
Thoughts raced through your head or you couldn't slow your mind down.
Yeah.
You were so easily distracted by things around you that you had trouble concentrating or staying on track.
Yes.
You had much more energy than usual.
Yeah.
You were much more active or did many more things than usual.
Yes.
You were much more social or outgoing than usual. For example, you telephoned friends in the middle of the night.
Yes.
You were much more interested in sex than usual.
Mm, yeah.
You did things that were unusual for you or that other people might have thought were excessively foolish or risky.
No.
Spending money got you or your family in trouble.
No.
Okay, so if you checked yes to more than one of the above, have several of these ever happened during the same period of time?
Yes.
Okay. How much of a problem did any of these things cause you, like being able to work or having a family, money or legal troubles, getting into arguments or fights?
I'd say about minor.
A minor problem. Okay. And then have you or your blood relatives had manic depressive illness or bipolar disorder?
Yes.
And has a health professional ever told you that you have manic depressive illness or bipolar disorder?
No.
Okay. So based on your responses here and our discussion earlier, it seems like you may fall into the category of bipolar 2, and you may need further medical assessments to diagnose that. So how do you feel about that?
Um, Honestly, I figured I had the diagnosis just based on my own research. So I can definitely see, and with the symptoms that I am having, they do align. I'm just happy that I'm here to not only receive the support, but most importantly, follow up on it, so that way I am able to, manage my, or I should say, regulate my emotions and just going forward, just being the best person that I can be, where I'm not lashing out or, having all types of crazy behaviors.
Awesome. So, yeah, you mentioned managing your behaviors. This is a totally manageable diagnosis for sure. You just have to find the right combination of treatments that work for you.
Okay.
So first I want to mention the 988 crisis line. If you're ever experiencing a manic or depressive phase that seems uncontrollable or overwhelming, you can always reach out to the 988 crisis line. You can text or call them. They're always there to support. And then as far as medication goes, there are some, I know you mentioned that you had a bad experience with medication, but
Hmm.
it's possible that it was because it wasn't quite the right fit for you.
Right.
There are specific medications for treating bipolar depression, like lorazepam and lurasidone. Um, and then there also are some mood stabilizers like lithium or quetiapine.
Hmm.
So you could get some of those different types of medication that are specialized for bipolar. And then there's also some targeted therapies that might be helpful, like CBT, other kind of therapy that targets your thinking patterns to help you recognize relationships between your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors, and then have better outcomes. So, is that something that you would be interested in looking into?
Yeah, definitely. I'm at this point I need the help, so I'm open to anything that's going to help me, my mental health, and to just stabilize my mood overall.
Okay. So you just mentioned there is also an app tracker that tracking app that people with bipolar have that has helped them patterns and understand certain triggers or events that lead to shifts in your mood and energy. I think the app is called eMood and it's free. There's definitely a lot of apps out there tracking symptoms, but this one has good reviews. And you might want to start there. Might be a good place to start. Is that something that you feel comfortable doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't mind giving it a try. I mean, if it can help me track my moves and the next time I come in and have another session, I can definitely see what I need to continue to work on. Just overall, just track my growth.
It sounds like you are definitely ready to do the work. The last thing I wanted to mention is that there's like called Depression and Bipolar Support Alliance. They have lots of resources, both virtually and in person. They offer education and support. They have peer support groups, and that
Okay.
might also be a good place to learn more about bipolar and hear other people's experiences with it so that you know it's an issue. You're not alone, and there's lots of availability for help. The last thing I also wanted to ask you about was your own support network. Who's beside you to help you through this?
Currently I have my mom and my brother. They are aware. And they definitely work with me, even when I'm feeling down or feeling I'm about to have a moment where I guess as the new age kids would say, crashing out. But I definitely do have them supports and I also have supports at work as well. So um I just think that this is just an added bonus and I would like to continue on with this treatment just so that I am able to regulate my emotions and just overall protect my mental health.
Well, that sounds like you have a really vast support network and some understanding people in your corner. And I'm really glad that you reached out to me, and I hope that we can find you a cognitive behavioral therapist that you would like to work with. And I look forward to hearing next week about the events and how your symptom tracking went.
Yes, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it.
Awesome.